Hello, today I am going to show you how you can uh, create and configure LiteView2 in registered mode for the for access form. So let's get started. We will create a brand new Microsoft Access database. We will be creating some simple form for that. Registered. Here it here is the blank, totally brand new MS Access database, and we are going to create a blank form. Design mode. Since it is a demo for the registered LiteView2 control, by registered I mean registering the third-party components like you do with the help of Reg-SVR32. So if you have performed that step for the LiteView2, the LiteView2 must be in this list of the controls. Here it is, the LiteView2 WebView2 control. Let us draw it on the form. Also, we will rename it to some reasonable name, maybe LV1. We would also include some other controls so that we can actually perform some actions. For example, we will add a button for the rendering of local content and the web content. So this button must be as load web page. To make it dynamic and check multiple and different URLs from the real web, we will actually add a text box so that we can enter any URL to check the functionality of the LiteView2. txt URL. Let us create an other button for loading the local content. Load local HTML. Maybe we rename these buttons CMD local and CMD web. So now we have completed our design for this simple user form. Let us now add the code behind for both the buttons. In order to quickly configure your forms in Access, we actually have something already configured on the website. We have a boilerplate code behind. for this is the registered mode. Here is the reg-free, but we are currently using this one. So the very first thing that you need is to add a module, insert a standard module, copy this entire snippet and paste it into this newly created module. So here is the thing, you actually will need your license key here. But don't worry, if you have just downloaded your trial, so the trial actually won't be requiring these constant values. So you can simply comment out this line. Okay, if you don't actually uncomment this comment this line, so it will actually produce an error and you will be wondering what it is. So during the trial days, you need to comment out this line. But since I am actually demonstrating for registered control, the registered mean the one with the key. If you have purchased your key for the LiteView 2, you actually need to put them here. So I am using my keys here. These these constant names should be the same. All right, this was the licensing configuration for the control. Next, we will add the code behind. Go to the website, grab this entire snippet, that is the perform code. This is actually a boilerplate just for the purpose of demonstration how the sequence of the statement is actually important, and this is well configured. Paste it here, and you need to actually put the real name that you have used in the design mode. So LV1, the LiteView 2 name here, and this also needs to be renamed as LV1. Uh, this is actually the local content, but we have something else. Let me actually go to the directory. Here it is the HTML form that we will be actually loading. This is the form, and let's copy its name. Since it is inside the database directory, so we do not need to copy the full name, full path of the file. So let me put it the correct name here, and we should also add some code behind these two buttons so that we can actually demonstrate both the web content rendering and the local content rendering. We will be actually using this line to render the local content, and for this one we actually will be using a text box, so we need a conditional statement here. If me dot txt url, if the length of me dot txt url is greater than 0, then we will navigate to some whatever the URL we have inside the txt URL. So let us also rename the form, maybe F or FRM registered mode. So that's it. Let us run the form and see the things in action. Here it is. This is the local content which is actually by default in the ready event. This is the local HTML that we are rendering it inside it. And if you want to navigate to some URL on the web, you can. For example, let us use the bing.com, maybe. Here it is. This is the web content. This is the local content. Let us also have it in the debug mode so that we can actually view the things, how something is going on under the hood. So if we click on this button for the web, this is the web content. And if we click on the local content, you can see we are actually navigating to a local file, this one. And by the way, I was told by some of the users that actually they are very frustrated by the 2 or 3 second delay of the Microsoft Edge browser control that is in the Microsoft Access 365. So this is not the case in LiteView2. You can see this is the local content, and very quickly it is loading the local content. It is not having some trouble in loading the local content, and I believe this is almost 60 or 65 to 68 millisecond delay as compared to the 2 or 3 second. So this is the LiteView2's upper hand in this regard. So thank you very much for sticking around, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.